Hi there, my name's Andrew from Parker Allen's Boat Sales. I am here today on an amazing Princess V57. It's not the first time we've been on board. We've done a longer walkthrough tour, which goes in through all the details on the boat, but we wanted just to create a shorter, more concise video. We're leaving the other one live, so feel free to look at that if this whets your appetite for more. But the aim of this is about 15, 20 minutes just to show the core bits about this boat, because it's such a special boat. I have completely fallen in love with it. There's so many amazing spaces on it and just effortless cruising. This is the sort of boat that you can just set off, go across the channel, powered by twin Volvo D13 900 horsepower engines, effortless cruising and just an amazing space to enjoy with your family. So watch this space and we'll come back with the rest of the walkthrough tour next. Okay, so let's start on the back of the boat. Now this boat is packed full of so many cool features, one of which I'm standing on already. This is a hydraulic high-low bathing platform. Now the lovely thing about this size bathing platform is you can see the width on it is really, really substantial. What that means is you can get a really big three-man powerful jet ski tender onto the bathing platform here that can be just launched into the water at a touch of a button. But you also have a tender garage. So I'll demonstrate a couple of the things first of all. So in order to get the tender garage open, what you have to do is you have to drop the bathing platform in the water. Now, I don't need to go all the way down. You just literally need to release it. So I'll press both buttons to turn it on, and then just press down, and you can see it separates from the side. Now, I'm not going to go all the way into the water on there, but you can see that that's then effortlessly dropping down into the water. If there was a jet ski on board it, then in just a couple of seconds, that would then be afloat. But now that that's down, it now activates the tender garage to be opened. So at the press of a button, you can now open up the tender garage, and then underneath here, you can see there is a Williams jet rib. Now, this is super cool. So you've got the ability to have a jet ski and also a jet rib on this. But it's a big jet rib. It's a 325 turbojet on there, but it's also a great use of space in there. Hopefully you can just about see inside there. There's fishing rods, there's the Williams jet rib as well. There's loads of space for stand-up paddle boards. You could put a compressor pump in there to pump them up, anything like that. So the boat's got so many cool little features. And then just at a press of a button, I can drop that down again and close up the tender garage and keep everything really nice and contained within there. Once that's down, so you hear it clunk down into place, and then as soon as that's down into position, all I then need to do is just press up on the bathing platform, up comes the bathing platform, and then that then locks into place there, and that's all complete. So it's really nice to see different versatile uses of that bathing platform area. If you come around here, the other thing that strikes you when you come on board is just how chunky the boat is. It's got a lovely wide side decks coming through here. A boat of this size, you can easily handle this with two people, but you need a little bit of help, and some of the help comes in things like this. So this is a power winch which goes onto the rear cleat. So if you are able to lasso a line there, instead of then trying to bring in what is a hugely heavy boat, just at the touch of a button, just by my foot there, wrap the rope around there, and that will then wind the boat in onto a cleat that you've already secured. So it's just nice little features like that, which really do make this very, very versatile for short-handed, for, you know, certainly two people. Realistically, one person could also handle this with the help of these assistance tools. Talking about assistance tools, this boat is also fitted with proportional bow and stern thrusters. Now these are brilliant because what they allow you to do is to feather the power for the thrusters. So you can just have a little bit or a lot of power, but most thrusters are just switch on, switch off. And they've also got a hold function. So when you come into a mooring, even if you've got the wind blowing you off slightly, press hold, up the power levels, and it will pin the boat to the side, which is really nice. So Nick, if you come around here, what I'll do is I'll walk round to the bow, just show you the side deck access. Lovely courtesy lights all the way through, so little dot lights all the way around here, and then good wide side deck access. Very safe handholds the whole way around, so everywhere that I want to hold on safely if you're in a rough sea and need to come to the bow is all here. And you'll have noticed that the side decks are all laid to real teak as well, which just gives that real sort of premium small ship feel to it. Something else I love about the boat is, and I noticed this on a V39 recently, so a smaller version of this, where you've got this humped up area for the internal space, but then you've got this area down here which is slightly lower, and again it gives that feeling that you're walking around a ship. Nice skylight here to allow light into the front cabin, opening hatch here, and then of course you have a really mega wide sun pad decks there. Easily get 3 or 4 people laying side by side down there. As you'd expect, of course, you've got electric anchor windlass on this, big chunky cleats, and it just feels like such a big boat on here. It's really cool. So let's walk back down. As you're going back down, Nick, if you just look round at the top, a couple of the features of the navigation point of view, you've got satellite television on board the boat. You've got a very, very high long-range Raymarine radar, and you've also got wind instruments. So when you're coming into a mooring, you can see what the wind is blowing and the direction it's coming from as well, which does really, really help when it comes to mooring up. You can often look up at the mastheads and see which direction it's coming from, but when you've got it on there, it's all displayed on a screen as well. Nick, just making sure he doesn't fall in the sea here. Thank you. Okay, now I'm not actually going to go in there. Well, I'll just peer in there. But what you have inside here is a crew cabin. But as with most crew cabins, you can just look down in there. It's for storage space. So lots and lots of things in there for storage, which is a nice amount of space in there. I don't know any crew cabins have ever been used for crew in the UK, so it's just an extra bit of space. All the upholstery, I believe this has been updated since the boat was new because it all looks pristine. If it hasn't, it's in remarkable condition. Beautiful big sun pad at the back there, again, 4, probably even 5 people could sit around there. And then what I love about this boat is because it's a big boat, you've got this brilliant inside and outside living space. So you could comfortably fit 10 friends around this area here. You've got a great big fold-out table, opens up, big dining feast you could have here. And it's just all very, very spacious and comfortable. And this is just the outside area. The covers are beautiful. They're made by JB, as I talk about him a lot. He has retired now, but it's nice to see his covers still out here. And just the tightness and way that they transform the light coming into this boat is fantastic. Around here, you have all-important barbecue grill at the back, hot and cold running water in the sink there. You'll like this. Look how deep that beer fridge is. So a beer fridge in there, which is hopefully stacked with beer, and lots of other spirits there as well. And then you've also got in here, it's like a proper little mini kitchen area. So you've got yourself a bin, drawers, you can keep sunshine cream there. There's even another grill there that he has for barbecues on the pontoons. I'm trying to open that, of course that's the deep fridge, that won't open. So that's this area here. I'll come back to the engine room space a little later, but it's a cavernous engine bay, as you'd probably imagine. So as we step into the saloon area, the only word to describe this is sumptuous. And it's practical as well, because this boat is fitted, it's a full med-spec boat. So you've got on this boat, you've got a passerelle, as well as having an air conditioning on the boat. I say having an air conditioning, you've got 5 air conditioning units, which is immense to see, and you'll see how beautifully they are stored downstairs in the engine bay there, but easy access to them. A lot of boats' air conditioning units are really hard to get to, but you've got, for servicing, very easy access. The leather around here is all presented beautifully. I love the satin walnut finish. The headlinings are all beautiful. The skylights are set into here. As you can probably tell, this is a dream boat. It really is very, very special. If you're sitting in here, probably in the winter, you've got the heating on. It's all keeping nice and warm. It's nice to watch a bit of television. And of course, you do have a large screen TV that comes up at the touch of a button. And it is really the touch of a button. A lot of them you have to keep your finger on it, but on this particular boat, you just press it once, and rising up is, what would you say, 50? Probably a 50-inch TV there coming up, which is fantastic. Lots of storage space all the way through here. There's a fridge in this one, so another fridge. There's 2 fridges, inside and outside, almost next door to each other. Inside here, you've got glasses cabinets. Now, they're all pre-lit, so if you want to get access to your glasses, you just slide these out. Look at that, that's so cool, I love that. And then underneath there, more space for alcohol. This is probably an important one to keep on board the boat. You might notice the name on the back, Archers, and it comes with a bottle of Archers as well. And then this one here is a storage area plus infotainment area. So you've got a Fusion RA770, you've got your satellite television there, and then there's a few board games and things that the owner uses to keep on board. And in here, you have an ice maker. So an ice maker there, easy to hand, ready on the cocktail bar, which we like. The blinds are really cool. So you've got blinds throughout, just pull them in just gently in one direction and they close up gently in the other direction. But if I keep pulling, they'll lift all the way up, which lets lots more light in. There's a pedestal table here, which is hydraulic, so that goes up and down. So you could make this into another sunbed. You wouldn't sunbathe in here. Another bed area in here. So again, more versatile living space. Then the helm space is really nice. Big seats, I like the way Princess often make just the sort of the individual seat for the co-pilot and the helm, and that feels really comfortable. But everything is really handy and nice and easy to hand on here. Really large Raymarine 16-inch plotter, lots and lots of array of carling switches, later generation Raymarine autopilot, heads-up autopilot, a multi-data display there, and then these proportional bow and stern thrusters here as well. All the latest dials, of course, with the latest Volvo D series engines. They're powerful, but pretty economical as well. But this boat is going to chomp along at a hell of a speed and just get somewhere like Devon, pop down to Salcombe. You'd be in Salcombe 3 hours after leaving here, which really is just effortless cruising. It's a lovely boat. So let's come back down here, because of course the accommodation keeps on going. And here you have another lounge. So this is, I reckon this is the third lounge really. So another lounge area. Again, you've still got space for 4 people to sit down here. You'll see it in a minute. There's a television, which again is a big TV, probably a 40-inch TV on the wall down there. Then this galley area is fantastic. You really feel like you're properly down in the ship here. You've got tons of visibility, loads of light coming in from down here. Big porthole window to look through this side and also on the other side. And it's a very, very well appointed kitchen galley area. You've got 4-burner hob, extractor fan, oven, because of course this boat's fitted with a generator as well, so you can run all of your electrical appliances when you're out at sea. Big deep fridge, more storage space under there, and of course all important espresso machine on the top. I like a boat with an espresso machine. So let's look at cabins. In the front cabin, now this is a beautiful, what I would normally say master cabin. Of course it isn't, because there's a huge midships cabin at the back. But this cabin is great, very versatile as well, because you can see a split there. This is set up at the moment in double mode, but you pull these 2 apart and you end up with twin singles. Twin singles? 2 singles. So 2 singles on either side, and that's great for children. So if you've got 3 children on this boat, you can well, 4 children, let's say, you can have each of them in their own beds. If they've got an older child, double bed, there's another bunk cabin at the back. It just gives really versatile accommodation. Now, I talked a lot in the longer walkthrough tour about the way that the textures on this boat play together. That's so apparent in this room. So if you look on this top here, what you have is you've got this really nice, almost like crocodile skin style linings that then goes down into a smooth fabric there, and then a brushed suede on the top. And then at the back, you've got sort of a Hessian fabric, which has got a silver border in it as well, which is just really cool to see lots of different fabrics coming into play. Companies like Seatag play a lot with that, and it just makes the boats feel so premium. Of course, you have your own heads in here, and they're big shower rooms on this boat. So you've got your own shower room with door, tabletop sink in there, obviously electric flush toilets, and just spaciousness. You can just see everywhere you walk, there's lots of space. Another cabin in here. Now this cabin in here is a bunk bed cabin. I would imagine children loving this cabin. You can see it set up for kids at the moment, radio controlled boat. I don't think that will be staying with the boat, but I love that. 2 really large porthole windows, and good size bunk beds in there as well. The thing I love is that everything is just still beautifully finished. You've got this, as I mentioned, this sort of crocodile skin style there, lovely steps going up, air conditioning units even in this room, and it's got its own television in here as well. So every room, even if it's just this small little bunk room, is designed beautifully. But there's a huge owner's suite, and you really do come down into this suite. So as we step down into here, the space is huge. Unlike Jonathan, not quite 6 foot, about 5'10", but he's still plenty of headroom clearance there all around the bed. And I would just love to wake up here. I always say one of my dreams is to wake up on one of these boats where you've got the visibility on both sides. So we'll see that in a minute, but these huge windows that you're only about, I don't know, a foot or so away from the water. So you really feel that you're properly in the water here. It's a really large bed. You've got storage space under each of the sides. If you come in here, you've got a dressing area here as well. Lots and lots of storage all throughout here. Big television just there. Again, that's another probably 40-inch television just on that side wall. And then you can just see these lovely panoramic windows around there as well. Huge wardrobe space, as you'd imagine. Vanity unit here, so you can sit on the bed and then lift that up, and you've got a nice amount of space in there to have brushes, things like that. things that I don't need to worry about. So it is a beautiful cabin, loving the wood, loving the little spotlights either side, and it just feels so, so premium. Go away on holiday on here, you really do feel that you're in a 5-star hotel on a boat like that. Of course, this does have its own heads as well. So you step into here, electric flush toilet, separated shower door, another window, and then a large mirror space there as well with a countertop sink again. Right, I kind of want to stay in there all day, but it's beautiful. Right, let's go back up and just pop into the engine bay. Before then, just pointing out little touches, like you see each of the steps there, LED lighting throughout, and it just feels amazing. Love this boat. I think it's when you come back upstairs that you realise the size, because you've got this living space all around you, light flooding in. It's incredibly light today, but actually in here, it's a fairly grey, murky day, and we've still got the sunshades on all around the edges there as well. So there's quite a lot of light being taken out from the cabin, but it's still very, very light. So in here, this is the machinery department. Now I'm just going to pop my shoes back on. Thank you. Right, so going down into here, this is where you see the beasts of the power units. So Volvo D13s, 900 each. I think I said 800s earlier, that was a mistake. 900s on their D13s. You've got these huge exhausts here. They're shaft drive, so no IPS drives on this one, just simple shaft drive system with these proportional thrusters make this boat incredibly manoeuvrable. Fuel separator systems on the bulkhead, a huge fire system of course as well, access to your chargers, water traps to make sure your water's running through everything. And then these are the air conditioning units, and you can see how beautifully everything is trunked and piped. It really does feel like a machinery room, almost rather than an engine room, this one. And you've also got a CCTV in there as well, so that's linked to the Raymarine system, just to keep an eye on the engines when you're going along. So everything very, very easy to access in here. And you've also got an extra room as well. So just inside here, if you look in here, you've got another room down here, which has got the generator and gubbins for the stern gear as well. So stern gear, the rudder gear at the back there as well. So easy access to everything. But just look at this, proper watertight doors and everything. So let's go back up again. I'll pass that up. And close that down again. Very, very cool. So I don't know there's much more I want to go through on this quick walkthrough tour. If you want something which is a bit more in depth, then please do watch the other walkthrough tour, which there'll be a link to as well. Hopefully you just see how long I've taken. 18 minutes. The other one I think was about 47 minutes, so I've shaved pretty much half an hour off it. So hopefully this has given you a really nice quick walkthrough tour on this boat. As you can probably tell, I love it. What's not to love about this? If you want to really turn heads on the Solent, have a boat which is just breathtaking in quality, but easy to handle, have a look at this. It really is stunning. Thanks as always for watching. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video. All the best.